Pantheon, Rise of the Fallen. I have spent hundreds, if not thousands of hours exploring this vast, new dystopia that has bold claims of being the EverQuest we have all been looking for. From brutal corpse runs to slow but exhilarating group combat, this game has so far met that expectation. As of this video, the game is still in early access, so you have to dive into Pantheon understanding that some things, if not everything, is subject to change on any given patch. And while some classes, such as the Enchanter, are missing a few major abilities from the game's predecessor, the development team at Visionary Realms promises to implement these things to make the classes as accurate as possible. In early access, the game currently has 6 of the 9 playable races available to choose at creation: humans, dark mirror, dwarves, ogres, halflings, and elves, with Archai, gnomes, and Scar being added at a later date. Race choice is not just a fashion choice in Pantheon. Your race decides the attributes you start with in the game, with 2 extra unallotted points for you to decide where to increase your stat points. Pantheon currently has 12 playable classes: Cleric, Direlord, Enchanter, Monk, Necromancer, Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Shaman, Summoner, Warrior, and Wizard, with Druid and Bard also being added at a later date. Each class is locked behind specific races that can use them, with the exception of humans, who can play as any class. Character customization is very limited at the time of filming in early access. Hair and facial options are limited to about 5 choices as of today. The leveling process in Pantheon Rise of the Fallen also gives homage to its predecessor with its brutal group combat. Leveling in Pantheon is a long, slow grind that rewards players with higher experience rates than most classes can achieve solo. Group composition, the choice of your camp, and the knowledge each player has with their selected class can be the difference between life or death. And dying in Pantheon could mean losing hours of experience. Group leveling in this game feels amazing. The only thing I believe Pantheon misses on is the fact that some classes, such as the Rogue, have very little options, if any, for solo leveling outside of a group, which poses the problem of, at times, having to sit for hours on end waiting for a group, which could possibly only grind for an hour, if you even make it to your camp. With all that said, it begs the question, would I recommend Pantheon Rise of the Fallen? Well, yes and no. If you are looking for that old school, unforgiving, no map, no hand-holding type of MMORPG from the late 90s to early 2000s, then yes, without a doubt. But if a more modern, linear path with easily accessible and casual solo gameplay is something you are wanting to experience, then Pantheon will likely upset you. I will say, go to Pantheon with an open mind, and you will likely find countless hours that will make the $40 price tag well worth the cost. Thank you for watching. There are many other things in this video we never touched on. Any questions you have, feel free to ask them in the comments, and I will be able to answer anything you may be concerned about. Be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and follow me on Twitch. Link in the description below.